What you're going to learn in this video is going to transform your life forever. So please don't use that alone. Share this video to every other person. Let them understand. Let's talk about the mind. Everything that happens to you as a human being is starting from your mind. And that is why I said that the mind is the master of the body. The body is just the servant. Whatever your mind tells you to do, you do it. Because your mind is controlling your body. And that is why people talk about the thought. Thoughts are the content of the mind. So everything that is inside your mind is what you have gathered and put there. Sometimes you deliberately put them without knowing. Sometimes you deliberately put them. Sometimes you put them without knowing. By the things you see, the books you read, the movies you watch, the friends you keep, what you hear. They are the things that make up your mind. And if your mind is not controlled, then your body will misbehave. And that is why people talk about self-control. It's in the mind. He said the body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the mind. Now, where I want us to talk about is this. I wrote in my book, I said, whether they are deliberately or automatically expressed, at the binding of unlawful thoughts, the body sinks into disease and decay. So when your mind is not well controlled, when you are always thinking of the negative, you are thinking of the evil, the bad things that will come out of it. For example, you are sacked from your job and the next thing you are thinking is that your whole life is finished. Then that negative thought is going to release some hormones or chemicals in your body that will deteriorate your body. But when you are always thinking of the positive things, you're going to build your body with vitality. And disease will run away from you because your mind is positive. And that is why the Bible says, it said, merry heart doeth good like a medicine. But he said, the broken spirit dries the bone. Even the book of Ephesians he said, whatever is righteous, whatever is holy, whatever is good, whatever is edifying, he said, begin to think of those things. Because he knows that it is your content of your mind, which is your thought, which controls your body. So some of the sicknesses that we are having, like cancer, some of these things you talk about cancer. Cancer, according to the medical practitioners, they say that it can't trace what causes cancer. Some of these diseases may be because of the negative thought that has been accumulated in your mind over the year. So if you want to have a good life, if you want to have a good body, if you want to have a body that is clean, begin to be very positive about life. And that is the essence of life. And went further to write, he said, at the command of gladness and beautiful thought, it becomes clothed with youthfulness and beauty. When your mind is positive, when you're always looking at the positive aspect of things, what do? You make your body to be youthful and you make your body to be beautiful. It shines on your face because you're always happy, you're always smiling. Even when things are not working your way, you are seeing it that something good is going to come out of this way. For example, a boy leaves you. If you're a girl, maybe you are dating someone for 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, and all of a sudden the person leaves you. You're not supposed to sit down and be thinking that your whole life is finished. If you say your whole life is finished, your whole life is finished. But what do? Once you have that and you fight to bring the person back, this person is not coming back. What you need to do is go back and say, God, I thank you for taking away this boy, for taking away this person that would have ruined my life in the future. Now you have an opportunity to make corrections. And then you are a man and a girl leaves you. Instead of you to go back and start thinking, thank God that the problem that would have been a disaster in the future has been taken away early enough. Begin to be positive about everything that happens to you. When you are sick, don't think that that sickness is going to kill you. Think that through that sickness, you're going to come back stronger and better. Now, another one I say, men will continue to have impure and poisonous blood so long as they prolong unclean thoughts. Out of clean heart comes clean life and clean body. So whenever you are positive about life, you are always thinking of, refuse to allow the negative thing to come into your mind. Refuse to allow the challenges of life, the things happening in your environment, there is no job, there is no money. We refuse to allow this to be the negative thing that will make you think, because what you'll be doing is to bring more sickness that cannot be traced into your body. You know, sometimes people go to the hospital. I say, what is happening? They say that the doctor cannot find what is happening to them, and some people call them demons. No, those demons are based on the content of your mind. When the content of your mind are all negative, they compound and form demon, and which will afflict your body. And sometimes people say juju, and they go to juju at the end, no solution. It is your mind that has been accumulated of negativity. And when your body is full of negativity, you attract devil, you attract demon. But when your life is full of life, happy, always enjoying, and positivity, you attract godliness, you attract wisdom, you attract righteousness, you attract the Spirit of the Lord. Now, I want further to say, change of diet will not change a man's heart. Who will not change his thoughts? It is all about your thought. Go to the things that you are thinking. Change the conversations you have. Change the way you talk with people. Change the movies you watch. Change the books you read. And when you change all these things, what will happen? When a man makes his thought pure, he no longer desires impure food. When you have a pure mind, when you have a pure thought, the food that you want to eat will be good food. So instead of thinking of cheating on your partner, because your mind is pure, because you're positive, instead of cheating on your partner, you think of how to make your marriage work. You think of how to make your relationship work. Why? Because your mind is positive. In the book of Romans chapter 12, the Bible says, be thou transformed by renewal of your mind. Your mind is the master of your body. The reason why you want to do all those negative things is because your mind is not correct. The reason why you want to impress people, thereby doing all manner of things, is because your mind is corrupt. In this channel, I'm going to be teaching you so much about mind to help you fix your life. Now, let me continue. The other thing I wrote is this: to live continually in thought of ill will, cynicism, suspicion, and envy is to be confined in a self-made prison hole. So when your life is filled of envy, somebody's got a car, instead of you to be happy with the person, you are thinking of how to buy a bigger one to impress the person. That is envy. And any little thing around you, you think whenever something happens, instead of you to be positive about it, you think, no, they are doing this thing because they hate me. They are doing this because they want to embarrass me. If you are thinking of that way, what you are doing is you are putting yourself in a prison. And that prison is made by you. And that prison will lock you. You become